Hey guys and gals, let's build King Magnifico's castle by Lego Disney. This is set number 43224, contains 613 bricks, retails for $99.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. And just to let this be known, especially for the Federal Trade Commission, that these sets were provided by Lego Group. This is not a gift. Okay? I don't want to hear any more britches getting tied in the knots over it. So this is obviously just part of it, but you do get a couple of manuals here. Already got bag 1 keyed up. So see if we got a better view of what we're building here. And it looks like the manual just jumps into bag 1. We will hang on to that for right now. And let's see if I got any other things to show here. Here's part of it. This is booklet 3. And we have 4. This is going to be a modular build. And then we have 5. See if it'll show us here. Pretty much you get the idea. It's supposed to be a castle, a big large one. We don't know. And in addition, looks like this is the top of the roof. And that's a lot of foil print stickers there. Now, in addition, I have the ring light around my camera. So, see if I can get that to turn on. And as you can see, I have a lot more light now. Well, we'll save that for when it gets for more of the interior shots. And we're going to do this all in one installment. So I already got bag 1 here. Let's build it. Let's see. You get a brick separator, and we got ourselves our mini doll stuff. So we're going to save the mini doll for later because, well, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and do the mini doll now. I'm hoping that this build is going to be a collaborative build. Boy, that's a nice skirt. Too bad the regular little Lego minifigures don't have those, huh? Now, I'm not used to having a ring light that's kind of in the way of my viewfinder on my camera. So I gotta kind of look around. I'm going to be trying different lighting situations, testing things out through the reviews. So today we're going to be doing parts with the ring light, just to see if it's what I really want to use for this. I still got the floodlight. I bought a bunch of adapters. I made a video, and then I saw that most people didn't really watch it, so I'm not going to bother with it right now. And what is this, some kind of baton or a battering ram? I don't know, and I just can't get that in her hand. Alright. And yes, I've already had the Federal Trade Commission already kind of, well, I'll keep it family friendly here, roughing up my feathers in terms of, was this provided as a gift? I'm like, no. I have to review it and I have to get it done. Now, I mean, I don't want to bore you with that boring story. So, yeah, and all that stuff. So, the Michael Myers house, I did do some work on it. For the most part, about 95% of the rough guide is done. It has 3,919 bricks. So, I'm not even close. I've almost done with this year's projects. I got a house and 2 vehicles left to build. So that is that. And I'm already starting next year's builds. So 2024 already got two small tutorials done. Okay, so at least now I'm getting those videos started. And I kind of have a rough idea how I want to do next year. I'm not going to tell you what it is because competitors. I'm sorry, but some of these guys take YouTube so seriously, I have to actually do that. Or I would just happily tell you. So I've already kind of got some big projects planned for next year. I'm going to try to do things a bit differently in terms of how I want to build stuff. So a couple things I've learned though about this ring light. You know, it's the camera's in the middle. It works fine. I tried it with a small tutorial. But what I need to do is buy some more of those quick release things and make it where I can pop the camera out real quickly. I don't want to have to unscrew anything, and yeah, it kind of wears things down after a while. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to, oh, it goes the wrong way. I'm going to try to buy some more stuff. And you don't want to skimp on your lighting whatsoever. Like I said, see how dark that is right there? If I push the power button, you can see how bright that is compared to that. But this is a rough video, so I don't really care. Yeah. Must be a little round cupboard. Probably to store the cookies in. Boy, those are kind of loose. Never seen them that loose before. I think you guys and gals are going to be happy with this year's roundup on projects. Basically, all the projects you'll see for the end of the year are just going to be big stuff that I have kind of been stumped on. A few things I just kind of forgot about. I've had a few tutorials that I just kind of like forgot about. Like I had them filmed, and I was like going through the computer thinking, well, I have something built here, but what does that even mean? Until I looked and thought, oh, I actually have something done. So guess what? I got to keep more track of the paperwork. That means more spreadsheets. Must be some kind of an oven because this pie goes in here. Boy, these doors are just loose. So the pie goes in there. See, look how dark it is in there, right? Watch. See? Now you can see the pie in there. Alright. Must be like an oven type deal. And that's what that is, with a little secret door at the bottom here. Okay, so we got that done. And yeah, this is the type of sets that I enjoy doing. These are small. They're not going to take a long time. They're just going to be this one probably be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, it's not multi-part, and Disney sets are okay, but, well, like this one's, like I said, pretty small in terms of what I've been building. It's not too bad. Probably for more of a younger builder. But I think us adults can go through this. Okay. I got to get stickers and deface these beautiful bluish green doors with bluish green stickers. How much do you want to bet that that doesn't quite match? Well, I'm not a betting man, but I'll tell you. It tells me they want me to make 2 of these. I don't think it really matters. So, and in the book, they show the sticker slightly lighter. Let's turn on the light because that'd be a lot better for you, huh? So, see the sticker here? It's actually lighter. Look at the door, it's darker. And I'm not going to get those lined up. So, like I said, I always start my sets off at a review of 10. 10 is perfect. And stickers so far, at least they're big. I don't have to, fight. Let's get some hemostats to put them on. But, I mean, now, in order to get these to really line up on the door, I'm going to put this one in the door here. And I'm going to set this next door in here. And yes, when I part this out, I'm ripping those off. Those will make great closet doors. Put a nice colorful door jamb around that, or a door seal. Be great for a little kid's room, like for a little kid's Lego room or something. And some have asked me in a few of my videos, am I an interior decorator? And that just went on crooked. No, I'm not an interior decorator. It's just when I took art appreciation, you kind of learn on certain colors go well with others. And yeah, you can see how sloppy those are. Got to ding it down a little bit, maybe -2 for that. Not too bad so far. Okay. And we got to put some gold doorknobs on this. So I think you guys and gals are going to be pretty pleased with. I already got some plans for next year's projects, and I wish I could share them with you, but I think you'll be happy. Okay, so we got some nice steps going up to the door, but what do we have inside? This lattice. Well, if you drop your smartphone or your keys down in there, well, that's not really going to be a good thing. So the Michael Myers house obviously not going to be done. I probably won't have it done this year. It's not because of the reviews. It's not a really friendly build. Okay. I hadn't even got to the cover page. I was stuck on a project that I'm going to be building for Halloween. And that's pretty much what happened. So, but like I said, I don't want to give you some crappy build and say, here it is. And, I had somebody, literally kind of complain about why does it take me a long time to write up a building guide? Why can't they just buy it now? I said, because I want to make sure that I give you a good building guide to purchase. And two, I'm building from the same building guides as everyone else is. If I don't understand my own work, I don't expect you, the viewer, to do that. Now, I am going to be rebuilding my jack-o'-lantern this year. And I'm going to start getting all the parts prepared for that and use my own building guides. So when I write a building guide, it's for me to preserve my work and to pass it along to anybody else who's interested. I still get the questions, can I have a parts list for free? I'm sorry, writing those up it's not easy. Some building guides cars are actually surprisingly easy to do, so those are really cheap. But writing up these big things, like houses, I can't. It's just a lot of work. All right. So the instructions so far are pretty easy to read, so obviously anybody can build this, but I'm hoping that this is modular. I don't think the book told us that it is. So if it's 5 separate pieces and after that everybody puts their part together onto the main build, I'm hoping that's the case with this. If it is, this would get a pretty high rating from me. I already did the unboxing video and stuff like that on here. I had a comment from a viewer. He enjoys my part hauls. Why don't I do them regularly? It's, just imagine these being like part hauls when I do the unboxing on these sets. So, I'm not the type of guy that goes and throws away money on parts I'll probably never use. So, part hauls are far and few now. Like I'm working on putting together a next part haul. But I want to make sure it's pieces that I can use for future builds, so that's probably why it's taken me longer. So I'm trying to think of what I need. So I just need to get... I'm looking for more vehicle parts than anything. Now, one of the things I don't like about not the Harry Potter, it's what it kind of reminds me of, is these type of builds are not really durable. I don't know, I have never really fully built something like this. It reminds me of one of those Harry Potter sets where it was just barely hanging on with plates and columns and like stuff like this. It's extra flimsy. Let's test the light out again here. I learned something new though about the light, is that the wall adapter gets pretty warm. So I'm going to try to find a higher wattage or higher amperage USB power supply. I have a commercial grade 5-volt supply that has about probably 10 amps of power. You know, I think that'd be more than enough to run a ring light. Fully regulated, so I think we'll be fine there. I'm just going to be facing that off. That's exactly what we're doing. So far this build's not too bad. So am I enjoying it? Yes. So it's an enjoyable build so far. Now I did get a comment from Ingrid, and she likes the style reviews because I'm to the point. I'm not, what was it, airy or something like that. I don't know what it was, what he said, and my apologies. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you this is the best set in the world. I don't know. I haven't finished it yet, but so far it's not a bad build. I think that comment was on the Harry Potter calendar. And I'm not going to lie, that Harry Potter calendar was fun to put together. Even though if it's September, and today's like the 27th of September, 2023. So we're almost done with this year's stuff. Alright. And I think we're going to make another column for the other side. I'm really hoping that this is a collaborative build. So I'm assuming each building guide is for a member of your group or family that wants to build. So I'm hoping. And yeah, I'm thinking of this winter. I'm inclined to get some stuff, and we're going to redo this counter here. Let's make sure I'm putting this in right. I'm just kind of thinking on how I want to do some stuff on some of these future builds. Just with all the sets that I've been parting out, about 95% of my tutorial requests have been fulfilled. So some parts that I think I'm not going to use, I'm actually using them. So I'm trying to reorganize parts a bit more. I was like, oh, I could use these parts for this then, instead of that. I don't have to, stress out over it. And it looks like this is going to wrap up here, bag 1. And that's pretty much what it is, and that's what we have remaining. And so far, I am pretty pleased with the build. Moving on to bin 2, or bag 2. There's a YouTuber that just joined our Discord server. And he also does videos similar to what I'm doing here, except his is more professional, but he sits and builds the whole set. He does a complete build-along. I think it's I believe. Britain. And he's a gentleman probably around my age. Does the same thing. He just talks about the build. Probably less ranty than I am, but he's got a face cam, which I don't. And he has the manual displayed in the corner. I think he uses LDD or stud. I can't do that with these. There's no digital guide, because these are new releases. I tried downloading. I was going to try doing it. And sync up the pages with this. Well, if you don't have it, you can't really do anything. So sometimes I just can't do it. And this is something I passed up on here. What is that, a Jigglypuff? Well, I don't know. It fell on the floor. Let me go grab it. I don't know where it went. Hold up. Well, this little bee wants to run off, so I don't know what that is. So let's get going here. I do have that phone stand that came with the ring light, and kind of trying to make sure I'm recording here. Trying to find a way to attach the phone where it's on the tripod, so I don't have the phone behind me, but the phone be right next to the camera. And my giant camera takes one of those, I think it's an XLR mic, and you know, I don't like using that 4K. I may start using 4K for these more and just use it downscale to 1080. Because that camera I can pull back further than this little one here. Although I can't use the ring light with it, but I can always put two tripods, put one in front of the camera, and to just illuminate it. I mean, I'm still learning all this stuff, so that's why it's kind of crude. And that's printed there. Isn't that cool? Set's got some pretty good parts. And I already did the unboxing and the part exploration on this. And it didn't take too long, so obviously 600 pieces is not too much of a big deal. So I'll continue doing the parts unboxings for those. And there you go. So I got her and her little companion done. And that's it. I don't know their names on these. I didn't even pay attention. You gotta love my crude reviews. But I've been kind of just wanting to get done with a lot of projects. I'm starting to slowly part out sets. I'm actually getting more sets in than I'm parting out. And sometimes Lego will send me something or offer me something. I'm like, you know, that's got a lot of good parts for something. You know, like what could you use those for? Oh, that's a nice theme. I bet that's got some good CMFs in it, or something like that. Well, this set here's got the mini dolls, which most people despise, but you know, for me, they're Lego nonetheless. Now, manual 2, obviously, we're attaching things back to the main build, so this is not really a collaborative build. So you can't build together on this so far. I'm hoping that it's gonna. The rest of the building guides are. And in the next probably couple of weeks, I am going to be having renovations done here. And not something I want to do. Basically, I got to make a handicap bathroom. So, yes, we'll be working from home mostly. And no, I don't need the handicap bathroom, but long story. I mean, I have one that's handicap accessible, but it's got a toilet and a sink. That's like for the clients or whatever when they come over, but it doesn't have the roll-in shower and all that stuff. So, okay, so got the little decorative thing right above the door. Oh, that's not too bad. You know, I could use this piece, and I could be throwing a fit about it. But you know what? You know, if that's got that printed on there, you could still use the backside of this for an arm wall or something like that. So you never, you know, pieces that are printed, I'm always open for. I know some people are, well, Jay, you could just peel that off. Why do you complain? Well, for me, I like it printed because this is going to last a lot longer than some crummy sticker. If these doors were printed, I wouldn't be able to use those doors, but I could still use the patterns for other things. I know the stickers would be a little better. Well, the print work would be better quality than what I could put on. You know, you've seen how sloppy that is right there. I gotta make 2 of these. So I got 2 vehicles left, which is the bus, a van, and then the house. I've already started pulling parts for a bus. Trying to find these upwards angular plates. So there's one. You know what? We're going to put them right there so I don't lose them. I'll probably lose them anyways. You know how I am here. All right. I got to think here. We got to make 2 of these. I can't find the other one, so what do? Start sort by color. Start putting all the white pieces over here because the part I need is white. What am I working on? A white table. And I notice I'm building here. I'm going to bring this thing up a bit higher here. There we go. There. And that's how I do it. Okay, now I see it. You start eliminating things, you find it eventually. You know, a cluttered, messy, banged up workbench is a busy workbench. You've heard me say that before. It's just like that with computer programming. Sometimes I'll have somebody over and they'll go, man, what's with all the glasses and all the wrappers by the computer? I'm like, because I've been busy writing code up. Trash cans overflowing, and I'm like, I've been busy. You know, busy means getting a paycheck. You know, some people have those nice, clean, sterile rooms. You know. Okay, these go back in the front here. Okay, I see how they go. Wait a minute, does it go like that? Okay, they go like that. It'd help if we had the digital guide with this, but we don't. And so I already got kind of a camper project for next year. Been on my main channel, you see that old school camper that I built. It's very boxy, very plain. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that because I want to rebuild that. Put that in the campground. Well, if I'm going to rebuild it, I may as well just make a tutorial for you guys and gals. It's very basic, very plain. In fact, I think that one, I don't know if it really was attached very well to the pickup truck or not, so I'll re-engineer part of it. But for the most part, it will be preserved. I forgot to put these little studs in here. There's a part in here, it's pretty close to the color that I need. When I get there, I'll show it to you. Oh, I thought these were going to have stickers on them, but no, these are just regular columns. I bet that's going to get a sticker. Looks like, if this was tan, it would look like a wheat thin. Looks like one of those little mosaic tiles you'd use, like, you know, especially if you have I have a retro bathroom that has tiles like that, and they're all different sizes. That bathroom's like a step in time, but it's cool. That's not the bathroom that's getting gutted, but I'm like, thank goodness I like that other bathroom. I like the old architecture. Now, remember I was mentioning I was going to do a kitchen build. All right, I was going to build a kitchen. Well, that plan fell through. Still built the kitchen. Now, my intent was a modern kitchen. I was building it, and about 2/3 done with it, I was so bored with building it. I thought, this is kind of bland. I need to add color. So I thought, no. So I scratched the idea and made it into, I'll leave that up for the surprise. But it's a kitchen that most of us older guys and gals have been into. And it's got some color to it. So I think it'll be a very good, interesting build inspiration for some. And that's the kind of thing here that I like to do, is to do different things. So, and I'm starting to wheeze a little bit. Allergies have been bad. The air quality out here is bad. There's forest fires around me. It's not really pleasant. Remember the pandemic? We're all cooped up at home, and then the big forest fires broke out around here. My goodness, it kind of brings back those memories. I still remember April when everything got shut down. That was not fun at all, but, well, we are done with that. Now, I'm going to show you a part here that's pretty cool. Those are printed. Let's see here. Let's shed some light on that. See that right there? That's printed. I think I only give you 3 of those, but I'm hoping to get a couple more of those little tiles. This would be great for like backsplashes and stuff like that for kitchens. So I'm hoping to find a few more of those. Trying to get that going there. Well, oh, there it is. And they're diamond shaped too. So when I did the brick exploration on this, it was basically common stuff. A lot of these pieces we've seen before, and all right, I'm going to show you something here. And the reason why we're using this jumper plate is so these little things that stick at the bottom, they don't interfere with the stud. So that's why they use that. Done that a few times. So I don't know how far I'm going to get on this set tonight, but it will be a 1 installment. So see how dark it is in there? Let's turn on the ring light and I'll show you. That's as bright as the ring light will go. And now you can see inside. Turn it off, it's pretty dark. You know, I could leave it on like this, but that thing gets boiling hot. Well, let's just leave it on and see how hot it gets. And now with having 2 lights, you could feel the heat. Heat's not good. Oh yeah. We are going to have to put a sticker on this little booger. So let's find... Well, first I got to find the sticker sheet, and I want sticker number 9, which looks like it's that. All right. Well, I like foil stickers, but if that was just foil on that, it'd make a great mirror. I'd probably just be inclined to leave it on there, but... And I gotta see if I can center this thing up here without creasing it too much. I mean, that's pretty close, huh? All right. And that sits right there. Now with the lights beating down on me, it's starting to get pretty hot, so I may have to turn this off. I mean, we're almost into October, and it's been in the 70s and 80s out here. Not too terribly bad, but the humidity has been just horrific. So, like right now, it just feels like a sauna in here. I think it's like 60-70% humidity. So it doesn't matter if it's 80 degrees. And I can't have the window open because of allergies. So it's like, well, it'd be nice. Alrighty. One of the things you never see in my manuals, or I try not to do, is try to have all the flames facing in the same direction. You don't have to do that, but for me, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I have to. And there you go. Take this. This must be like a little fireplace. It's not too bad, huh? Let's see here. Alrighty. I've been seeing my big LED bulb flickering lately, so I'm kind of worried. I do have spares that I keep on hand, but I kind of want to break away from using a bedside lamp. I'm just trying to use more appropriate lighting for doing these things. Like I'm still using the bedside lamp, but it works good for above here. I'm thinking about buying one of those 18-inch ring lights that's really bright and just putting it right overhead here. Have it freestanding. I found the parts, ordered them from my extra tripod. But the tripod is so stripped, I got to JB weld that thing back together. And I need sticker number 2, which are these right here. Put on some column bricks. I guess to make fake bookshelves, huh? When you're spending more time putting stickers on than building, it's not too fun. So now my patience is starting to get pretty worn now. Getting kind of tired. And this is a bedside build, by the way. Except I've been up and I gotta do work stuff. Alrighty, let's get going here. There's this YouTuber that I watch. I don't know, I'm kind of shying away from his channel. He wasn't into politics or anything like that. But there's a project a lot of us wanted to see him do. And he's like, I'm going to be doing it, but I can't do it free because I got to get paid for it. And I got to thinking, I was like, why are you even bothering announcing it? But he's like, guys, I need to recuperate my money. And this is not a Lego YouTuber, this is an electronics guy I watch. He's like, so I'm just going to have everything behind a paywall for this one project. Sorry, but I got to get my money back. You know, you never hear me ever say that on stuff like this. You know, this is time. You know, I didn't put any money into this. I put money into my lights. That's on me, the entertainer, to manage. That's for the viewer. And when I start hearing YouTubers saying, hey, I got to make this into a job now, you know, it's like putting reviews. Like, building this stuff is fun. It depends on the set. You rarely ever see bricks. But when I heard that, I thought, man, I would never have thought about doing that to my fans. But this guy's like, hey, I got to get my money back out of this project. Sorry, guys, but I have to get my money back. And I thought, okay, I heard you. And I mean, at most I ever spend on any given mock or tutorial, I think the most expensive build I've ever done was $15, and that was that McDonald's, just because I had to buy a bunch of extra parts for it that I ran short of. My average cost for any kind of build is probably, and don't laugh, probably like $3. Lego is not something that I have to, I could just raise this up, huh? Lego's not something I have to glue together. So for me, I don't need to do that. You know, when somebody comes and says, hey, I got to get my money back out of things. So like my building guides, that's different. Because those do take time to do. Careful not to push onto your candlestick holder in there. Let's see. Oh, the ring light's nice. It's just a little warm, not too bad. How warm is the wall adapter? That's the question there. I tried a bigger one, but it didn't quite work. All right, let's see how hot this thing is. And, oh yeah, that's really toasty. I'm going to turn that off for a bit. So, inadequate power supply, drawing too much amperage through a phone charger, which is what they recommended. Well, I will find something better. I'm already put that piece in there. Well, all that time we were missing that part? Yeah. I already had them in there, I guess. Alright. Let me take a look. Did they make a mistake in the building guide? Or was I not just paying attention? Okay. Indeed they did. Let me make sure here so I don't point the fingers at someone. Oh, they never did. Okay, I thought maybe they did, but no. I put those pieces in beforehand. My bad. Thought I saw them there and I put them in there. Well, I already put them in. And then we put the slopes here. I'm hoping this is just like, this part here is isolated from the rest of it. Let me just snap on. I'm assuming that's what the technicals are for here, is just to plug in the parts. Yeah, so we're going to use the reviews in here as guinea pigs for testing out lights and stuff. I could try out the floodlight, but we'll save that for another review. That one runs cold. I could put this one on dim, try it out and see. Here, let me let that cool down to room temperature real quick, and then we'll test that out and see. I like these outside corner pieces. Pretty cool. Great if you're making some nice trim for roofs and stuff, if you're making a modular. You can always use those. So this set, when I was going through the parts, had a lot of good building bricks. Lots of good common parts for building things. That's the one thing I'm looking at here. Is very common stuff. There's no need to have, you know, exotic colors, yes, but basic bricks. If you look at my building style, I use very basic stuff. Nothing special. I get those questions. Jay, what kind of special rare parts do you use? Believe it or not, those are not special parts. It's just very, you know, it's bricks, plates, slopes, tiles, doors, windows. And then the extra stuff like the cabinets and stuff, those are just icing on the cake. I don't use any fancy pieces except for the exotic colors, but other than that, it's pretty basic construction. A lot of my buildings don't use elaborate snot methods like that. All right. Can always use some ridge slopes there. All right. This is not a micro build or anything. This is not too bad at all. And I'm hoping that this thing is modular. I'm hoping each book is broken down to where up to 4 people can build. It's not 5 anymore now. It's down to 4. All right. Oh, we got to make 2 of these. Put the plate on the bottom, and what I'm gathering is here is you stick these little pyramids on top. You stick these here, and then you rotate these 45 degrees for like little towers. That's what we're doing here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put one thing in there, and you got to put these little stick things. Why? Why are those important? To keep this stuff from breaking off. Because profile bricks alone, these type, are not strong enough to make a tree either. So just shove that in there, and then we'll just stick that right down in there. There we go. Now they won't come apart as easy now. That's what those were for. And then, well, that concludes bag 1. But if you can take a look right here, it looks like this might be up to 4 people. We don't know yet, but what we do know is this is what we have remaining for bag 2. Bag 3, and my adapter's slowly cooling down. Okay. Alright. I don't think we need this part anymore, and I'm hoping this is going to be isolated. Okay, so far only one person can build. Build's enjoyable. I'm enjoying it. We've already got building guide 1 done. Got to find building guide 2. It comes with 4 guides. You already saw them. I just got to find them now. And I don't know what I did with them. I already lost them already, and I'm bumping into things. So be careful. Warning, motion sickness. Well, oh, silly me. They're right there in front of my face, huh? In front of my noggin. All right, so there we go. All right. Looks like we're making that. All right. Yeah, so far the colors are kind of blah. I mean, that's to be expected on something like this. But it's a good base for parts. I always see this bright green, I think of Easter. May have to come up with an Easter theme or something this year. I don't think I've ever... Yeah, I did. I did Bunnies in the Forest for Easter one year. Nobody really cared about that little mock. But it was supposed to be part of the 1950s fallout shelter and the 1950s home and all that stuff. But, yeah. Oh, well, I gotta be careful. I may end up being a rant. Okay. And so you were getting building bricks. A lot of these parts I can use. Okay, we got to make 2 hinge things. And these have been around since I was a kid. Not the plate version so much, but this part. So I got to make 2 of these here. I'm hoping that we can get this thing to, okay. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to, oh, there it is, right there. All right, let's put that right in there. Okay. That. All right, so over the weekend, I went into a live stream. And nothing more exciting than when you get the host talking to you. It's kind of depressing at the same time that the whole entire chat room will ignore you. They all talk amongst one another. But when you try to talk to somebody in the chat room, they just completely ignore you. And I'm just thinking, wow. And some people are like that. You know, I don't understand it. And when I start doing the live streaming again, I'm going to encourage all my viewers to say hi to one another, talk to everybody. It's a good way to make friends, to collaborate. And if I notice that somebody's getting left out, we're going to include them. If they, everybody starts pushing this one person away, then I will focus on talking to that one person, ignoring everybody else, and giving them the taste of their medicine. I thought about doing that too. You know, nobody wants to go into a chat room and get ignored. Some people go in there just to talk to just the host. That's understandable, but when everybody kind of ignores one person, like, you know, it's like whatever. You know, I've never done that. I don't understand it. Some people are shy, you know. I'm shy too, but here's the deal. They can't see me through the computer, so I think I'm safe. But it's kind of like a pet peeve of mine. You want a good community, everybody should communicate with one another. That's why they call it community, communication. You know, some people are like, oh, I can't make my viewers do that. Well, I can't either, but I mean, where's the shot? I gotta put these little, like little doors or something. What are those? I'm going to have to deface that beautiful medium nougat tile, which I'm going to rip that off when I'm done. All right. Oh, and by the way, I noticed there, I'm getting more families watching this channel. So I need to go through and rate my videos. So Some people get offended over the S word. I don't say the F word. I'll say the B word. There's a couple of them that I say on here. But for the most part, I'm not going to say any really nasty slang on here or anything like that. It's not the place to do it. So I'm going to try to keep the profanities down to an absolute minimum. Sorry guys, but no F-bombs. Now some of you probably want that, but I can't. But, you know, when I had one of my viewers want to know my second channel because her and her grandkids watch my stuff. I said, I do have a second channel, but I was like, well, this goes backwards. It's supposed to go like that. I said, I'm glad now you said something, because I told her, I was like, hey, I'm being honest. I cuss in some of those. I said, I say the S word. Okay, so probably something that they probably have heard before. Yeah, I'm like, I don't use anything. We don't trash talk people on here. We don't do any of that nonsense. It's like this is some kind of strawberry cake with chocolate frosting, and call me strange, but I can't stand chocolate frosting. I just don't like it too much. Put that right on top there. There we go. But like I said, I'll keep the profanities down to a quiet roar. But all in all, my channels are really only tailored for adults. I don't go on and say, hey boys and girls, today we're going to be building a Lego Disney set. No, I don't do that on here. Yeah, I mean, let's see, am I facing the right way? Okay. You know, I just can't do that. Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to be learning our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You imagine me teaching a preschool class. My goodness, I don't think I could survive that. Have to keep it clean would be very hard for me. College level courses are not too bad, but grammar school and grade school would be a little hard because you can't use the language. You can't talk to your whoever you're teaching like an adult. So I mean, and it's like right here, like in my tutorials, I don't talk to you like you're 2 years old either, right? You know, I've heard some people, their videos are getting flagged hardcore. It's the tone of your voice. You know, I'm talking to you like you're sitting right here, and I'm assuming that you're an adult. So that's what I'm gathering. And you have to use 2 different colors. Let's see here. All right. We'll find it eventually. I need to get a white one. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then it goes right here. With the hook sticking up. No, I did not use the middle finger. I used this finger here. Okay, here's the piece that I need. I need it in sand yellow, but here it is in white. That's pretty close for what I need it for. So, that's what I am going to do. Okay, so they stick this here, in here like this, and then they just kind of wiggle it down in there like that. I guess to keep this from hinging. That's not too bad, but I mean, it is what it is. You think with all the parts that I have been consuming here, I would have, it wouldn't be too bad here, but it's still cluttered. Yeah, I'm ready for winter, ready for the stuff. Matter of fact, in my area, people are already hanging up their Halloween stuff. I'm like, guys, we're still in September, and what are you doing? You're hanging up all this stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I think after the pandemic, people just don't care anymore. There's some out here, they're already starting to hang up their Christmas lights. I've seen some of my neighbors where they'll have the lights, it's like a rope light. They have them underneath their eaves, and then they can just run like the lighting whenever they want. And I thought, I may do that. All right, I'm having a hard time here. I'm looking for an upwards angular plate. I may need that hinge. I'll leave that out. Start pulling out all the tan. If I can't find it real quick, we'll clean it up until we do. And I still don't see it. And that's a part that I don't think I have really in that color. Okay, good, it's there. I was like, are those even? But they are. Okay. The best way to do this is to start on this side here first, line this up with this stud here, and just press it down. Yeah, that's kind of crude, but I wonder if we're going to decorate the top of those. Well, we're close, but we're decorating here instead. Okay, when I get done with this step here, I'm going to turn on, wait a minute, okay, it goes, how is this, that's going to be hard to get there. I can't get that in there for some reason. Okay, they do go in there. I'm going to turn on this light after I get these placed in here. I kind of want to see if it still gets warm on the low setting or not. So let's see here. It is indeed cool, so we're going to turn it on. And then I'm going to turn it all the way down to low. There we go, and it's still got enough light here. See if that gets hot. If it does, and this thing just draws current. And then I'll have to troubleshoot it later. And yeah. Alrighty, some 1x3 bricks here. Good, some nice building bricks for what it is. Kind of drafty there with that little window. There's no glass in it too. I would have stuck some color in there at least. No, I've never seen the show, and I did get a comment on my main. I got to start paying more attention and doing reviews and start doing a lot of research, watch all the movies. You know, guys and gals, I don't have that kind of time. And two, if I have to start investing all that time into doing research on reviews, I mean just hardcore it, I have to give up something. And it's not something you guys and gals want me to get rid of, and that's tutorials. So I don't want to do that. These reviews are just meant to be crude. If I have to start scripting things, then it's a scripted review. And I may as well just have a script right here hanging on the wall, and I can just read it. Like this is impromptu. The set came in today. I'm going to build it. And then the commentary, we're just going to go with the flow here. And these are earth green, little 1x1 plates with stick or small frying pans. Wait a minute. Okay, we got to rotate this thing around. I don't know what the age range on this set is. Let's see here. What is it? 7+. Alright, well, that's probably why we're struggling a little bit. It's not meant for us older gentlemen to put together. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to start doing guinea pig testing on lighting in the reviews. And let's see here. Yeah, I got a couple tutorials I got to put together. Well, get them out of my mind and then put them on a building guide thing, and hopefully I can build these up and stuff and get the tutorials done. Okay, so okay, we are working on this side here. So this set's probably just big and really has not a whole lot to it. I'm afraid that's how it's going to be. It's open back, obviously. The front's going to look pretty cool, but when you go around the back, nothing as gruesome as that Super Mario, what is it, Dry Bower castle we built? that was not that thing. I'm still picking up the sawdust from it. Like, I'll move it around. Like, I've already torn apart half of it. And when I pick up a piece that's still remaining, it's still flaking apart. And it's like, well, I don't know. Oh, and by the way, the reviews for these sets will be released when I get them done. Lego says release them when you get them. And I will do just that. So like right now I did the unboxing, but I haven't edited it yet, so I'm not going to release it. So you may not see it for a while. But I already have a hard date that I want to get these done, so if I get it done, it'll just wait until then. Alright, how cold is my adapter? Okay, see, it's barely warm, so it draws more amperage with the lights turned up. Well, I will do something about that. Now you got to go on the other side here. Nice sand blue barrel. That's kind of an odd color, but there it is. One of the things I used to do before Lego, I would build stuff, but it wasn't with Lego, it was with wood, woodworking, carpentry. And the way prices of lumber has gotten, I'm like, oh man, I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore. As much as I enjoyed carpentry and making, I would make micro-scaled builds of like radios, television, real working stuff. You know, people can put in their doll houses and such. I miss doing that. But now that stuff is kind of way priced out of the league and it's not worth it. And Lego, I don't really like the fact that we're putting a piece of bread in here. Just loose. And the broom is a two-piecer. And the broom just sits here. There's no clip or anything like that. Oh, there is a tube at the bottom, maybe. So, okay, that's fine. Alright, so the broom will just stand up in the middle of nowhere. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, so far this is not a bad set. And if this is isolated, this will make a great set for a young builder that would put this together and just have fun with it. One of those sets that would be a cold, rainy day. You and your child can build this, or a group of friends. Let's just hope it's a multi-build And so far, it looks like it is. You notice I haven't attached anything to that yet. Now, if we're done and we attach to it, the person building that little entry point will have to have that part done first. But that's okay. Yeah, the other day, I was craving for fish and chips. It was just like, oh, it's a nice weather. This is something I might want. And I'm in a house where nobody likes that kind of stuff, sadly. All right. And that's like, it does sound good. And you actually have to go to, they don't do deliveries. But they wanted steaks. When I want a steak, they don't want anything. I don't know. I'm used to being, single. A bachelor. A bachelor with a bachelor's degree. Oh, I have more than just that, but it's just I was like, I kind of miss those days, and I have to kind of keep it quiet and stuff like that. And we got a gold stud there. I use what is this? Some kind of a laboratory or something? That fits in right there, but I thought they were going to use that as a paint roller, but what is this? I think this is some kind of a laboratory or something. Could be a piece of machinery, but I don't know. Hard to say what they're doing here. You just have to kind of guess at these things. Sometimes even I don't even know what we're building. I just know it's got to be built. Okay, these are pretty cool. At least these didn't get defaced. You could use those for like round parts of a home or something. To round off an exterior corner of a house. Even these type of pieces are pretty cool. All right. Be great for a tower, huh? Well, if you're short on 1x2 ridge slopes or double 45-degree slopes, there you go. The set does come with something. So far I've counted 5 of them. Okay. I forgot to put the stud flower on that. My bad. Sorry. Put it on there. I've been hoarding these little stud flowers up. I don't have a Lego store, so I can't just buy them, so I just hoard them up when they come in a set. Okay, so now we're done. This goes on the top right here. Make sure before I commit. Oh, it's that bread I hit. I thought it was breaking things. Yeah. That seems okay. It hasn't fallen apart. And then start building this up. But there is some good unique pieces, like these transparent light blue pyramid pieces. They're pretty good. They're little 1x1 pyramid tiles. They're using them for little toppers for the top of the castle, but they're great for little gems or crystals. You just set the right on there like that. And we're getting close to finishing this up. I don't know where the last blue leaf piece goes, unless I forgot one right down here. So I'll have to take that off and put that on there. Sometimes I'll forget a part, you know, and oh, speaking of that, when I did that Harry Potter, so everybody's like screaming at me about I didn't see the thing in the viewfinder. I'm like, yeah, but hey, I caught it in time. I corrected my ways there. So what I'm going to do is pop this off and then stick this on here. Sometimes I do that. I make mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake. It's Lego, you know. You can easily correct it. Unless it's buried and you can't do that. And this is what we have remaining here for bag 3. And now it wants us to connect it to, as a matter of fact, it just shows this. Okay, yeah, it does show us to connect it here. Now, you notice everything's silhouetted out. You know what, I may be just inclined to snap that on later and see if we can do it. Okay, because that's all it is. There's nothing tying that together, as far as I know of. Alright, so we're going to get on to bag 4, which is in its own little manual. It looks almost just like what we built here. Except it's slightly different. Okay, let's do that. We're going to see if this is truly... So far we already know, it looks like up to 2 people can build so far. We'll see here. Looks like it's almost the same parts, but actually no, it's not. We actually got a gray door this time. Alright. Later on today I will review this set because I gotta get going on a bunch of other things, but yeah, so far this thing is not really warm. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to incline to creep this thing up a little brighter and find a sweet spot. So now I'm up to that notch there, and we'll see how good it is. My hand still got this black crud on it. I took off my shower head today in the bathroom, cleaned it all down and put it back up because it was just spraying all over the place, just wasn't working right. So I thought, well, and the rubber washer in there was just kind of mushy and soggy. You know, stuff's not meant to last forever. Ended up doing that and put some plumber's tape on the threads, and yeah, it works pretty good. I'm not a plumber, but I didn't mess it up, so hey, I did something right. Matter of fact, I'm just about due for another mop chop. One of my buddies, he lost his hair a long time ago and kind of envies over me, and I'm thinking, well, you don't get it. I still got to take care of this thing on my head. And she's like, oh man, you need to grow it out. I'm like, no, I'm too old for that. Long hair just doesn't look good on me anymore like it did when I was younger. It's like, nah, we'll pass the long hair. I'm already, and you know what, in all fairness though, I need to grow up on a lot of things, and you know, I gotta look a little bit more professional. Oh, you're gonna be one of those guys. I'm like, you know, just, it is what it is. Alright, and looking for a white, oh there it is. That's the way it was facing, it looked like it was just a wall element. Okay. And I'm hoping to have all the projects wrapped up by the end of October. Like all the this year's content. And he's only got, I got like 4 or 5 weeks, so I'll have to finish everything up, including a house, just a house and 2 vehicles. So I can't, you know. Matter of fact, I'm almost done with December's stuff. But I'm already starting next year's builds too. So next year I'm going to try to do a vehicle a month. You won't see vehicles for a while, but I'm not going to wait till the last minute like I did this year. So just start on them right away and be done with it. Ooh, these are nice. Transparent orange 2x2 jumper plates. Matter of fact, that's about as close as we're going to get to a 2x2 brick there in that color. Alright. Got a couple of these little scrolly things. Okay, they sit on here. This must be another fireplace. With the fire outside the fireplace. I mean, if it was Harry Potter, it'd be understandable, but... Well, this probably explains it now. We got a nice little pot. That's in titanium. And we got ourselves a little pots. Titanium pot, black pot. And so this might be a little kitchen. Okay. And round bricks. I don't have a lot of these in medium nougat, these round 1x1 bricks. And I just got a project that just got done. Well, I'm wrapped up with this now. It'll have to wait. Gotta get it done for a client later on today. I try to get work done, my day job stuff done as quickly as I can, so I can relax and do nothing. Yeah. And sometimes it just... I try to get things done early. Let's see how warm this thing is now. With it up just a notch, it's still okay. I think that's up 2 or 3 notches. Try it out here in a bit. So this Lego build is going to just be testing out products and see what's working. I'm looking for one of these. Looks like a little clay vase or something. At first I thought it was like a copper color. Why doesn't Lego come out with copper colored bricks? It'd be so cool. The closest thing we have is Pearl Gold. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to take some goof off or whatever, I don't know, to get that black stuff off my hands. Or some hand cleaner. All right. Okay. And it would be that. Yeah, what am I going to do when I have some time off? I haven't figured it out yet. I be too late in the year to go camping. Too cold. I'm trying to think of some stuff that I can do solo. One of my friends wants me to go to his state. Him and I can hang out, and you know, I still gotta. I mean, I don't know. It's like I haven't even made up my mind what I want to do that yet. Heck, I may just go out of town and visit a Lego store to see what it's like. And be like, yo, I'm an ambassador. Usually if you can confirm that you're an ambassador, usually they'll hook you up with all kinds of stuff. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but just to kind of see if I can get in there and do that. Yeah, if you notice at the beginning of the video, though, I mentioned about the stupid Federal Trade Commission. They keep going after people, and they weren't after me per se, but they were going after Lego for sending us guys and gals these sets for review. You have to be certain that they are not thinking these are gifts. Okay? There's a difference between sending a person a sample and a gift. This is not a gift. Okay? Lego didn't give this to me because I'm a cool guy. They didn't give it to me because I'm awesome. They didn't give it to me out of love. They gave it to me to review and advertise for them. And I get to keep the product when I'm done. So it's nowhere near free. Oh. And the Federal Trade Commission wants us to let the audience know that. Well, I already have it in writing, you know, I'm not going to hide anything. But, oh, you got to let everybody know that this was given to you. Oh, what about the gifts that my girlfriend or my parents buy me or something like that? Do I have to note those too? It wasn't a business thing, it was just a gift, you know, like this. This is not a gift. I mean, would I buy something like this? Well, it depends if I need the parts or not. But, you know how the government is. Out of all the things going on in the world, they're focused on, you know, people like me doing YouTube videos. It won't be for long before the hobby turns into something that I'm not going to be happy with, and then I just won't do them anymore. There we go. This part I enjoy doing is building things. I don't want any headaches tied to it. I haven't heard any YouTubers getting nailed by COPPA. Like I said, my videos are targeted towards adults, but it's still not enough. I've only been lucky. Only one of my really sloppy tutorials got nailed for it. So, that tutorial now has been removed, and I'm probably going to put it on as a Patreon exclusive. They're not too worried about if everything's behind a paywall, which doesn't make any sense, you know. I don't understand it. You know, why would you want to have your family-friendly work behind a paywall and then the stuff with all the profanity for free? It sounds a bit backwards. But I'm still trying to wrap my head around the legalities of that. I don't know. You know, I'd rather make my videos free and fair for everybody, or accessible for everybody, so nobody has to go and have to pay $5 a month to watch something that I film in a spare bedroom. don't know. I don't understand it, though. I think it's meant for us not to understand. Oh, we're going to get you because you were making videos in a spare room of your house. And you weren't cussing enough in them. But you will never hear me bully anybody on this YouTube channel. You will never hear me tease anybody. You will not hear me do anything. The only thing I'm going to get angry or say bad words at is because of the silly mistakes I made or why did Lego do this. I would never cuss anybody out on here. Hey, come on, there's too much of that going on right now as it is. There's plenty of those channels where they show those what do they call them, public freakout videos. Those are always fun to watch. There's plenty of those going around. So okay, now we got to focus here. I think so far, though, I mean, this is the thing. Is the build boring? I'm going to say the build is average in terms of retention. Is it hard? No. Is the set something for all ages? Pretty much. The building guide is easy to follow, and it looks like we may have up to 3 people building this, too. It means everybody can pitch in, build a portion of the castle, and everybody would be happy. That is what I am looking for in a good build. You want collaborative builds. Okay, everybody's pitching, working on the same project together. That's what I'm looking for. You know, this is really flimsy. Look at that. Got to be careful. It may break, which it did. It may work now. I got that locked in. All right. I mean, the bags are moderately parted, so you got lots of parts. It's not like they're grotesquely large. Not too bad. Okay. Alright, we're getting close. I don't know what the last one's going to be dealing with. I can't remember the bag count. I think pretty much you're going to be building with white and tan. And I'm starting to feel a little fatigued out on this set in terms of retention. You know, I kind of want to, you know, just slow down a little bit on this. It's been relaxing. It's just the colors, though. It just, you know, I can't say anything. I use the same colors myself. We got a pumpkin here. Oh, that's not too bad since it's fall. Okay. And we have a meat cleaver. That goes right in here. You gotta be careful. Don't want to get cut on that blade, huh? Set that right in there. And then we got the little frying pan. At least the set comes with a full set of utensils, except for the forks and the knives and the plates. But you got... There was an old set when I was a kid. It was by Lego Systems. I can't remember if it was Lego Basic. It came with 2 of these. One of these and one of these, which was kind of cool to have. I wish Lego would have stuck with more making house sets. The old creator sets were really cool. Now they're just they're just not really fun to put together anymore. I haven't got any creator sets, I don't think. Somebody asked me, do I ever get any modulars? No, I've never got modulars, and I never had gotten any idea sets yet. So I have never seen those sets. Alrighty. And this goes here with this facing down. Okay. And it goes right there. Okay. And then we have another small one here. Hey, I'm always after these little leaf pieces. I don't care what color they are, they're just kind of cool to have. It's like bluish green, I don't know what I'd use it for. Maybe for stuff for large petals for a flower, but for anything else, I don't know. Let's put it like that. And now we're going to be working on the upper portion now that goes on here. So it's almost the same as the last one. We haven't even hit that door yet. I mean, we don't have a lot of parts, so obviously it's going to be coming up. And we haven't done any stickers. That tells me towards the end, actually the stickers are not too bad. I just wonder what these are going to be placed on here. Well, obviously this is going to go on the door. So we'll be seeing a sticker in this bag. Well, that just fell apart. The set's still in the 9s. I'm not sure yet. Okay, you put the door in. And then, does it want a sticker on the door? It wants me to put the sticker on after it's in the jam. That's a nightmare. We'll put the sticker right on that door then, huh? In fact, I was watching a video. I guess over there in Venice Beach, I guess they're homeless people are sleeping in the bathrooms over there, like the public bathrooms, like a park bathroom. Well, it got air bubbles under there. And that doors over there kind of reminds me of the stainless steel that they use. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I'd sleep in a public bathroom or not, but if it's that cold, I guess you would. And honestly, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better in terms of how to solve all that. Houses are getting more expensive, and in my area now, it's you can't find a house. If you find one, you better jump on it quick. I mean, skip the home inspections and all that nonsense, all the important stuff, or you may miss out. It's kind of sad, but that's how it is. I know some that are houseless or homeless because they don't want to live in a house. They'd rather just be outside, like a nomad, just kind of going around and just, adventuring out. Hey, I don't blame them. After a while, I'm tired of being cooped up and confined. I couldn't do it. I don't know if there's anybody who watches these that are homeless or houseless. But having a house these days, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Even if you own your home, it doesn't matter. They're still going to raise up the electrical and all that other stuff that goes with it. Oh, there's a big piece that goes in the middle there. Let's see that in the review or the part exploration. All right. And then this goes on the top. Not too bad so far. Not too bad at all. We haven't had any major catastrophic errors, but I'm not sure about this. Must be some kind of closet, like a mirror door. Will I keep that on there? Probably not. I mean, looks like a stainless steel door, but In fact, I was taking a break between doing the review offers. I've been kind of binge watching the home eviction videos. There's some channels I guess film all that, and I mean, kind of scary stuff. And they literally just throw your belongings out. Kind of sad. It looks like now it just gets attached to here. And why they show this, I don't know. But like I said, at the very end, we're going to see if we can put it together as if we had 4 people here. So far this set can be built with 3 people, and that's what we have remaining. And there's bag 5. How are we in the temperature range here? And this thing's getting a little warm, so I think that's probably as maximum as I want to go with the brightness. But it's enough here to kind of shadow this off. So if I turn this off now, let me turn it off. And 2, it's not overwhelming my vision here. So if I turn this off, yeah, you can see a difference. So it's enough to kind of give it a nice soft glow. All right. It helps when you have lids on these. I've knocked those down about 3 times since I've done the unboxing, and yeah, it's worth having the lid. We don't need that building guide, and still haven't got anything with this stuff here yet, but there it is. That's what we're doing. Doesn't look like it's too scary. So I'm not. That roof. This is the roof. I don't know. This set does retail for $100, $99.99. I was expecting a little bit more than that. And you're going to put together a mini doll, and you got a cape. I like this. Here's the back side. I like this, but this would make a great shower curtain. It's kind of like a rigid. It's a little rigid, but I mean, you can have this side or this side. And for me, I like to, instead of using the paper shower curtains like I have, this is what I'm going to be focusing on more, is getting capes. Because a lot of you have been telling me just to use the capes. And that's what we'll be doing. Let's set that over there, get the stickers out from underneath that. And you are going to watch me put this together. Be turning away. Okay. This is Prince Charming, or Magnifico. All right, so, all right, before we do, let's get the head prepared. And these things are always a pain to put on. Capes and I don't get along very well. There you go. Now I gotta find his wig. Matter of fact, what is that, a side swept quiff? I need to find that in medium nougat. I really do. Like I said, I've had millions of hairstyles over the years, and I'm trying to find everyone I can. Okay, we got him together, and he's got a spear. Hope he's not going to be one of those figures that takes like 20 minutes to assemble here. Okay, there you go. So he's done right there. You can watch too. This cape's all crooked, but who cares? I don't want to spend an hour trying to fiddle with that. Right. Yeah, I think this set has the parts I need to complete a tutorial. I have the parts, just not in the right colors. But the set, I think they have a few pieces of interest that I can just come in, build the tutorial, and be done with it. But I got to review it first, file my paperwork, and then I can snag some parts out of it. They even said after we do the reviews, we can do whatever we want with them. And you know me, I like to make my own stuff. Alrighty. You know what? These are kind of hard to get in there. You have to have little fingers. Of course, this is for 7-year-olds, so I probably why, but still. There we go. I keep saying I'm going to put those scenic sounds in videos. I haven't done it yet. I should just try this one. Have to make a remix of it to I only have about an hour's worth of it, and I don't want to just have a loop, but I may have to do it. All right. I think this thing's supposed to tilt. I don't know, but I have no clue. It's easier to put them on. The booklet is showing it like this. It's easier for me to press down. That's what they're showing here. And if you got big fingers, that's going to be a chore. And these are printed too, which is pretty cool. They got the copper paint on here. I wish they'd just make copper colored bricks. It would be so cool. I mean, like the warm gold and the silver metallic. I got to put a sticker on that, which doesn't bother me. And that's sticker number 8. Okay, I think what I'm going to start at the bottom towards the clips here. Some of these specialized pieces, I don't think I'll ever use this for anything. So I'll probably just leave this sticker on that. Kind of cool anyways. And I know there's probably no way they could do foil prints on some of this stuff, but still, what is this supposed to be here? There we go. Some kind of magic mirror. I mean, Disney's known for that, to have those magic mirrors. The same one that the lady used in Romper Room back in the 70s and 80s, or maybe the 60s, I don't know. She'd go in there and you'd watch the show praying that she'd call your name. One time she did, and I think, how does she know I'm watching? Probably just some random name. I don't know if people send out to have their kids' names read off or what. I still have never read up on that. I remember that lady would just hold that mirror up. It didn't look like it had glass, and it was just like some, I don't know, it's just like an empty mirror, and she'd just sit there and read off a bunch of names. Like, I see so-and-so and this person and that person. You're just praying that she'd see you through the mirror. Now it's only like, now you get to be an adult and you know the truth. That she didn't see you. She's just probably just reading off her mind. She was just guessing on who was watching. Old Romper Room. And you hear me use that phrase from time to time, especially when people don't want me cussing in my videos. They want me to make everything really family friendly and start talking like we have a bunch of 4-year-olds watching. You know, I always refer to it as, if you want those type of videos, go to watch Romper Room. And I don't do that here, you know. And some people get mad, but it's like, you know, I don't get it. Jay, you're kind of just too negative in your videos. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're looking for positive stuff, go watch Romper Room. There's plenty of Lego YouTubers that do that. Oh, we gotta make 3 of those. Hey, boys and girls, today we're going to be building a big giant castle with Lego bricks. Yeah. I just can't do those. That's supposed to be the top of the tower. I'm really hoping that all this can be put together in one sitting. In terms of everybody builds a part and we all put our pieces together and have fun. That's what I'm hoping that it will. Yeah, tell me what you think of the lighting if you're watching these and you made it this far. Tell me what's your thoughts on the extra light. You know, yes, it makes it warm here. It's pretty warm. I'll have to get my little thermometer over here to find out. But for the most part, though, you can see in there. Because if I turn it off now, it's dark in there. Now it's light again. You don't need it at full blast anyways, but I'm trying to think of still some places to go. I could just go up to the snow, but my truck is not really meant for snow. The heater works and everything, but I need to get me a good set of chains and stuff like that. The ones I have are kind of worn out, but put the chains on and you have to go through the snow. When you get out of the snow, you got to take the chains off. It's like you got to get out of the warm cab to go freeze your buns off. And you have to pull the car forward and take the chains all the way off. And yeah, it's we got to make 3 of these. I'm glad now I saw that. So imagine if I didn't see that 3 up there. Ooh, I would have been mad. But now I see it, so that would have been my fault anyways. Yeah, even my throat's been kind of scratchy, so I've been pausing the video or editing parts of it out where I'm clearing my throat. You won't notice a difference. I just don't want to gross anybody out if you're eating a meal or watching this while you're having a snack. Nobody likes that stuff. I know I don't. I don't want to be grossed out while I'm eating. I don't want somebody cussing me out through their computer monitor or yelling at their computer going, Jay, that was gross. I was eating, you know. Had some that say my hands are gross. I can't do nothing about that. I had one guy say, why don't you wear gloves? I will do just the exact opposite. Oh, we got to put stickers on these plates with bow. Well, first let me get these on here first. Must be some kind of like funhouse mirrors. So we need sticker number 6, which is all 3 of these here. Now I have so many of these plate with bows, it's not like it's gonna hurt me if I put stickers on these. But putting stickers on bows, any kind of round bricks, is always gonna be a problem. Let's see now, we gotta, that's not too bad, isn't it? I don't think I got an air bubble in there. It doesn't look like I do. Stick that on there. We got to make 3 of those. We still got some stuff left here. Now, I always keep the leftovers, so I will not throw this sheet away when I'm done. I will keep the leftovers and just cut them for like the little mirrors that the Friends dolls have usually. And stick those in there. Cannot seem to get that to pop out of there. There we go, right there. And then so maybe we're using these to heat up all the transparent light blue minifigure heads. So I guess those, I don't know what this is for here. Some kind of magic room? I don't know. I mean, There's not a whole lot of parts left in here. Yeah, the last thing I need to get replaced is this video camera. I'm going to look for some good consumer grade ones that I need to put back 20 feet just to film correctly. What would I do with my professional one? I don't know yet. I have a media friend that's interested, but not quite sure if I want to let go of that camera or not. It's the full 4K jobby. Okay, so now we have to take this thing and crease it. It's already been creased kind of in a way. First we got to remove it from the vinyl. It's not a bad piece. I bet they don't have transparent bricks that color. And then this thing's already kind of bent already that way, so just start folding. It's what they said. Now I'm not going to try to do sharp points on this here. You could, but I'm just barely kind of doing that. I'm not going to try to really crease it. It didn't say crease it. All right, and I think that's what it's supposed to be. And I may have to crease it. I don't know. All right, and it's telling me to start stuffing it in there and start over here first. So let's make sure we're facing it the right way. Here we go. I don't know if it's supposed to go through the little hole or the big hole, but all right. Well, I didn't press that down, obviously. Well, a lot of this stuff's starting to come apart. And up to this point, I've been very happy with this set. And what I mean by up to this point, because guess what? We just went from cool to cheap. I mean, this is probably Lego's way of making a custom transparent roof. That's just so cheap unless it's meant to be like that. But I'm not a fan of that right now. Okay, a sticker on that. Lego, we have a tile that's printed with something like this. I'll probably keep this book intact. See, I didn't get the sticker on all the way. That's the thing I don't like about stickers. I'm trying to shove that over. It just kind of failed at it there. Matter of fact, you put a keyboard in there, this would make a great little laptop too. In fact, I think Lego has started using these more for the newer laptops now. Because if you watch my laptop brick exploration, yeah, those things don't last too long. That's why I leave them open. Alright, well I got that under as best I could. And the book just sits right here in the bookshelf. What's that book that Gargamel used? The Magical Book of Spells or something like that? And that's what we have remaining there. Remember the Smurfs with Gargamel and Smurfette and Papa Smurf and Brainy Smurf that talks too much and ends up annoying everybody, and they would end up tossing him out on the village on his head. That Smurf. Okay, that's it. Didn't even get to use this. Alrighty. Now let's start assembling the big portion of the set. So everything here is isolated. You know, we didn't put anything together yet. Okay. So let's start with the middle one first. The turntable's a little bit occupied right now. I have that winter cabin on there. I haven't moved it yet. I got to find a place to put it. In fact, I'm going to go straight down here. And yeah, the ring light has been really a good champ with this so far. It's just kind of hard to see around it in terms of access in the viewfinder. Okay. Kind of lopsided there, huh? Let's see if we can straighten it up a bit. Okay. Everything's isolated, so up to 4 people can build this. Really good family project. This is actually, I think, one of the biggest pieces. All right, let's start putting things together. Let's start with this one first. This just sits right on top here. Or I'm guessing that it does. Just snaps in that little void. It's modular. Let's back this up a bit more here for you. And boy, I hate these tall vertical builds that Lego designs because unless you... Oh yeah, I gotta warn everybody, seasick motion. If you're motion sickness, you may want to fast forward a little bit. Yes, I have to read that off. Don't ask me why. Okay, let's refocus that in. I think the next build I'm going to use the floodlight on the back. See which one works the best. That light runs cooler than this one in terms of adapter. I mean, I could probably turn it up. Of course, the little switch has to fall down. There we go. Just see how that works. Okay, so this part here went on pretty easily. It looks like everything has been keyed, and this light is starting to flicker. I hope it's not the bulb going bad. Alright, so it looks like this thing is keyed. So it fits right in here, like that. So I got to be very careful. And the best way to do is just to put it this way. And there's really nowhere to hold on to this pretty sturdy without something breaking off. Just tuck your fingers back in there and just snap it in. And that's about it. And that just doesn't look too even there. Let's do this one here. You'll probably see this one a bit better. So I'm going to push this one in. I'm going to put my fingers right back in here and just kind of wiggle it in. It snaps in place, and there you go. And yeah, this doesn't look too bad of a castle. You know, there you go. It's all done. We got this magical oven here with the pie inside and all that stuff. And okay, let's take a quick tour of it. You got your entry point into the castle. And just from this angle, it looks pretty good. Especially from your angle, it looks really good. But the one thing that I'm kind of not too happy with is the inside. Boy, that's kind of really flimsy there. Is this one just as flimsy? Yeah, so this is not really too sturdy. Okay, and there you go with the interior stuff. And so you can play with your dolls in here and all that stuff. It fits with adult hands too. You got the kitchen stuff. This is more of the pie. We'll put it over here with the bakery. And we got Prince Charming or Magnifico. Throw him up. Well, we'll put him right here. He can be the kitchen helper. And I don't know what her name is. Where's the box at? I think the guy is Magnifico, but we'll look here and see here. So, her name is Dahlia. This goofy looking Jigglypuff thing is Star. And she's Asha. We'll put her up here so she can overlook the workers. And then we have King Magnifico right here. So, she can sit there and yell at them and tell them to cook the meal faster. And for the most part, it is a playable set. So you can see this here. You got some accessories that are kind of loose, like this book is loose. and the broom. And this thing here, probably attach it to here if you want. And it is a playable set, so I could see somebody having a lot of imaginative fun with this one here. And for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of the build. It was a relaxing build, but we're going to jump right on the review with build quality. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it's average. Averagely built. This is not really something sturdy. Picking this up is okay if you pick it up right here, where my hand's at, underneath the second one. But I would be very careful though. So I'd say, yeah, the build quality is average. My build experience and retention was pretty good. It was kind of average to above average in terms, I think it was the colors. There is color in this. But this, you know, and I forgot to mention about build quality is this goofy roof here. This is kind of cheap. Other than that, though, I'm still pretty happy with the build and the outcome of the set. So it did keep my interest. Not too bad there. So it wasn't something I was really losing interest in. It was just an average build. Play value, well, obviously you get 3 mini dolls, this star thing, and you can have access to the floors in here and some accessories. So play value is there. This is playable. Obviously you can't drop it into a Lego City, but there is some good parts in here for mocks and stuff. So a lot of good potential for mock building. Collaborative build, as you saw, everything is divided up where up to 4 people can build. So I'm not disappointed there. I don't know if that's what the documentation that Lego provided had mentioned, but you can build up to 4 builders. 4 people can participate into the festivities. I'm not disappointed with the build, collaborative build. This set here was really well thought out for that. So this would be something that a family could do. You know, like a set of parents and 2 children can put this together. All at one time, all sit at the kitchen table and just build this on a cold, rainy day. So it's not too bad. This would be a fun little build, you know, for collaborative. This is a great little family build. I put together a lot of sets lately that are not collaborative builds, but this one here, yes it is. So I'm really happy with that. And I would have to give this set a really good rating. I know some of you probably expect me to trash this one, but this one here, I'm going to say a 9.6. I'm dinging off just, it seems, these right here just seem like they're ready to break off. This roof here and some of the sticker work. I'm not going to ding off so much on this because the things I'm looking for on this set, is it collaborative? Yes, it is. Is it playable? Yes. Those are the 2 most important things. Well, and then is the instruction manual easy to follow? And that is indeed the case here. So it's not like you're going to get hosed on this side. And if you're looking for a close-up tour, I will do this on my main channel. It'll be a close-up video. Not sure if I'll use the ring light or not. I may just take the camera off and just use a little selfie stick for it. But essentially that's what it is. Now, is it worth the $99.99? For 613 bricks, absolutely not. Why? This, stickers, and the flimsiness of this. I don't think it's worth it. Even for just parts, it's not worth it. If this had regular Lego minifigures, maybe. If everything was printed, definitely. But $99.99 for some printed elements and stickers, I just don't see it in this build. Okay. Now remember, my reviews, I don't base the price from the review. You know, like, I don't ding off because of a high price, because you can't keep up with how things are going up. I'm not going to do that with reviews. I'm looking at play value, collaborative build, all that stuff. But for the most part, though, it is an interesting build. It is a collaborative build, but it's got a pricey price tag with this one. But tell me what you think of this set. I can't remember what it was. This is Lego Wish. But what was it? I can't remember. It was King Magnifico's house or a castle. Yeah, King Magnifico's castle. And that's set number, was it 43224? And yeah, and the set was still provided to me by the LEGO group for early review. Just letting it be known out there. I'm happy. I wish it was a little bit more, but yeah, it is what it is. Tell me what you think.